Tune in for the Gentleman's Garage, the Style Studio, the Executive Edge, and the Wellness Wrap, with Tabang on sports updates and Rihanna Sali on healthy living. You'll be the most informed and stylish gentleman in the room. For the Gentleman's Club.
All right, man. Welcome to it, man. There's so much happening in the studio. And, of course, it is early morning, Saturday morning. And, of course, the new month of November. This being a month where we take a look at the issues that affect us as a people. And, of course, this month being Breast Cancer Month. And, of course, we've got a guest in studio who's going to talk to us about her life, her journey. And, of course, about this really touching issue of breast cancer, man, and it affects us as men, it affects us as women, well, not me as a woman, but you know what I'm saying.
I was gonna say, bro,
I'm like, what did I just say?
It's
then?
all right, you know?
So okay, so we have a wonderful lady who joins us this morning. Her name is Lindiwe Hani. She is best known as the author of Being Chris Hani's Daughter. She's a storyteller, passionate about South Africa's voice in the world. She also plays a leading role at the Princess Nakedi Foundation, where she drives sponsorship and partnership to sustain the organization's impact. Through the foundation, she helps power initiatives that range from annual Princess Ball to feeding schemes, wig drives for cancer survivors, and workshops on awareness and early detection. Her mission is to turn community support into meaningful change for women and families affected by cancer. So shout out to the beautiful Lindiwe Hani. How are you doing,
Good
girl?
morning, everyone. I'm well. I mean, that person sounds so impressive.
Yeah, I was like, is this you?
I mean,
Do you recognize this person?
I don't recognize. Like, can I be her?
I'm like, yeah, please, by all means, be her.
She sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm a bit nervous. My first podcast, but I'm also excited to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're
I know,
first.
my first.
God damn, girl,
I
I'm
know.
glad I'm the first. I'm just saying. Yeah, let's do that, bro. So I met you at an incredible event. I was, not to say accidentally, I think it was just by God's design that we ended up there. Because it was like a 19-year-old's girls...
Launch of her
together.
foundation.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then when we got there, we like, God damn, okay, we are among the young ones. But let's get it. And then we heard your amazing story, man. What a powerful story. I mean, Malcolm was telling me, the guy I was with, a friend of mine, he was like, yo, man, like this lady, she's something else. But let's introduce you to all our Bogart Man listeners and tell them who you are, who Oost Lindiwe is, and where were you born and raised?
Not Oost Lindiwe, guys.
Okay.
The government.
Let's not start it off with Oost Lindiwe.
Sure.
But yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I am Lindiwe Hani.
Yeah.
As the bio mentioned, I am, I guess, mostly known for being Chris Hani's daughter, and for being Chris Hani's daughter, but also for writing the book about it.
Yeah, let's fix it up nicely.
My journey has been very, very interesting. Let me just even refer to the event that we were at.
Yeah.
The reason that I was there is that the young girl Matabo asked me if I can speak, and I always find it quite fascinating because I personally feel like, what do I have to share in my life? But I guess everyone's story has an impact. So my story, very briefly, is that at 12 years old, my father, Chris Hani, was assassinated. And that basically led to a very incredible spiraled life. So that was my first trauma that I remember. Let's not get into trauma. We can have that discussion. But that was, Daddy died when I was 12. Then my sister died when I was 18. And then I lost my first boyfriend as well.
Oh.
So the talk that I was giving was about how trauma impacts us and how when we go through, especially for me, in my perspective, in my case, death, right? Death leaves a lasting impact. It's not something that goes away very quickly or easily.
Yes.
And you can be walking in life and think you're healed, and then bam,
Yeah, it just hit you.
It hits you like 30 years later for my sister, 30 something years later for my father. And sometimes, especially when I'm feeling a bit vulnerable, it feels like yesterday. So I was just talking about that. As much as I am Lindiwe now, and I'm at that age, and I should have it all together, you know, from every perspective. But what I'm really thankful for is that this journey of trauma and pain has made me really look at myself. I mean, I'm also a recovering addict, and so I've gone through that journey. So I've realized in my darkest moments is when I'm not honest with myself. I'm not honest with what's going on in my life. I'm not sharing with people who love me. So when I am in a hurt place, I go quiet. So that event was actually me stepping out in a way and saying in a very public space that I'm also not okay, guys. I'm stressed, I'm traumatized, I'm hurt, you know. But I find that when I give my time to initiatives, to other people, and I share and I touch, I'm healing automatically.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Sure, because your story touched me, man. Also because of, you know, obviously your father, the impact. Because, you know, we don't think about, and I mean, I think what stood out for me is how we look at your father as our hero, and he was just your father, you know, he was your dad. And then we come to you with like, just from a hero's perspective, and you know, like I just that kind of touched me how you responded to that, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's I went through majority of my life saying, you know, being Chris Hani's daughter is both the most incredible blessing and the most stressful thing in my life. You know, it's very, very challenging to be his daughter because everyone expects you to walk in the steps of a giant, right?
Yeah.
So he was also my personal hero. You know, I think even if he wasn't my father, I would like that guy.
Really?
I really think so.
God
I
damn.
always say that
Okay.
one of the biggest regrets
Yeah.
is that I never got to know my father as an adult. Like I never got to hang with the dude. You know,
Yeah.
adult to adult. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
at this age, my mom and I can now have
Yeah.
talks.
Intellectual talks.
Correct,
Yeah.
you know, and not like, oh, you know, like.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I would love to have hung out with that guy. He'd have been a good.
What?
I think he'd have been friends. You
I
know?
think so too.
I really
man.
think he'd have liked me.
Yeah.
I like that.
So South Africans share that pain, share that loss, because it was a loss for all of us. It was unexpected. It shouldn't have happened. We were coming home. We should have been safe.
Yeah.
And then Daddy was shot in his driveway with my late sister as a witness.
Sure.
She was the first person to see his body. I mean,
Wow.
it's horrible,
Yeah,
right? So that trauma happening in my family life. So now my family life has been disseminated completely.
Yeah.
And then there's still the public persona.
Yes.
Like losing a father is not new to anybody, guys. Loss is everyone. We felt loss in our life.
Absolutely.
But I think having loss in a public platform
Public space.
adds something different,
Yeah.
you know?
A heavier weight.
A bit, you know? So South Africans are the most supportive people. First of all, I have to say that.
Really?
They have stood by my family for decades.
True.
I don't think my mom would have survived without that strong support of South Africans.
But your mom is strong.
Oh, sure.
Your mom
Yeah.
is something else.
I mean, I must tell you,
dog.
she gave me a compliment last night. Please remind me to come back to it.
Okay, go.
So now, so that when people find out who I am, the automatic is like, oh, are you a relation of Chris Hani? And in my younger years, just after it happened, and actually up to until I was 30, I had difficulty with it because people would approach me, and when I confirm who I am, then they'll be like, I remember, you know, I was too young, but that was the first time I saw my father cry, or that was the first time my parents held each other, or that, you know, we felt it in our home. That's how impactful Daddy's death was. That even children my age, right, because we were all young, they didn't understand the magnitude of it, but they said they felt it emanating from their parents, that this was a change in our lives. And I always felt that. And then I would listen, because now they are also telling me from that perspective the loss they felt, right? But they're also talking about my father. So it almost felt like I had to relive the worst day of my life over and over again from different people's perspective. However, now when I went through therapy and healing, I came to really appreciate where that was coming from.
Yeah.
When I was unhealed, I used to think that people were mean. People
Yeah.
were, why would you, I would never go tell you about your father's death.
That's true.
But that's not where it was coming from.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
trying to say, we're with you, sis.
We
You're
felt
not
it too.
alone.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of us have not even gotten over it. Like a lot of people still think about it. They're like, what if he was here?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying, if he was here, things would not be what they are. Because he warned us against these comrades who are elitists, who have become fat cats, who are driving Mercedes Benzes. But anyway, let me
And
not
you
go there.
literally quoted me. He said it. He said it. A bit of prophet there, right?
Yeah, I was like,
And he called the cuz.
He called them.
Yeah.
He didn't mince his words, and I was like,
No.
okay, let me keep quiet for a minute. Let me
Right.
not be, extreme. Because your dad told him, man, like he was just unbelievable, And anyway, let me just hold it there.
No, but I'd like to actually talk about that because he's the one who taught me to stand in my truth.
Yes.
Like the man was never afraid to say what he felt.
Yeah.
If wrong was wrong, wrong was wrong.
Yeah.
And he stood up against leadership.
He did.
He did. He lived a torturous life. He stood
Yeah.
up against leadership. He had his life threatened.
Yeah.
He was punished within. Back in the day, oh my gosh, I was gonna say something controversial.
Say it. girl.
Back in the day when ANC used to punish bad behavior, right?
Yes.
So when they felt that you are stepping out of your depth or whatever,
Yeah.
you'd be disciplined
Absolutely.
by the leadership.
Yeah.
So I think that I myself think about what would Diddy do if he was here today, and the fact that people always say, would I go into politics?
Yeah.
And I say no, because politics are dirty, which leads me to realize the only way that we can carry, what would Chris Hani do? Chris Hani would still continue to fight for the people, which is what we are doing. Because with us helping each other in our communities, that's the only way we'll succeed.
Yeah.
Let's stop relying on government, guys.
That's so true.
If we hold each other's hands, which is what we'll talk about it later, the Princess Nakedi Foundation is all about,
Yeah.
helping communities that are part of us.
Yeah.
This is where we all grew up, right?
Absolutely.
So that man has left a mark
He did.
in my soul,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can never get over him, man.
No.
So, but I'm glad that you are strong and that you are managing. But you said you were going to tell me something about what your mama said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was speaking to my mom, and she was just a bit worried. There's something that she thought I was going to do because she said that I was a bit riled up.
Okay.
So I said in Sesotho to Mama ke a hlanya, but I ke hlanye haholo.
Okay.
Right? Should I translate?
Yes, please.
Mom, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
Yeah.
And then she responded and she said, sometimes ke nahana o hlanya ho feta nna," which means sometimes I think you're crazier than I am. I was like, that's such a compliment, because if I'm crazier than you,
Yeah.
that means I'll be okay in life.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So that means that
Exactly.
I felt so seen. I was like,
I'm recognized.
I'm recognized.
Wow.
Dimpo
Yeah.
point two.
Yeah. But you got to be crazy to survive this planet, though. Because it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, because, you have to do the unthinkables, because people always try to push you down and say you're a bit too much. Your light is a bit too shining. Because
Yeah.
they have dimmed their own lights. Now you must dim yours because they are insecure about their own space.
Yeah.
So, you need a little bit of crazy. They'll tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go there.
Yeah.
So you need a little bit of crazy to just believe in yourself, to
Yeah.
do the things you want to do. So,
And you need some you need people to just not go with the narrative all the time.
absolutely.
Just honestly, like, hey, I don't think we should do it that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it sounds like that's what your father was all about. He seen where there was injustice or there was things that need to be changed. And he stood up and he said, I don't think we should do it that way. And a lot of times when people stand up and express their concerns, they are, like you said, pushed down inside of this box and, just conform, follow everything else. And I think that's what a true leader is.
I agree with you, but it's very uncomfortable to step out, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
people then persecute you.
Of
or people
course.
don't like to see it. So for me, it's actually a realization that as I get older, as I get more comfortable in my skin, because when I was younger, I was so concerned about what other people think all the time. Like in terms of, even when I finally decided to get help, it was at a point where I just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
What's the worst that they can say? You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
So it's just, I have tried since then to always remind myself that what people think about me is their business, right? As long as I keep to who I am, I'm always kind to others. I always say that to my daughter. I'm like, the only thing that you have to follow in life is just be kind to others and always try and do the next best thing.
And continue to let your light shine, because the people, real people, will see that, and they will support you, you know. But you can't let somebody dim your light.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. I appreciate that.
So, okay, so what I'd like us to do is, now shift the conversation. We know who you are. We'll be back about you again. We'll talk about your book. We'll invite you again because I want us to go a little bit more into your book next time. But we are here because we are launching the month that focuses on Breast Cancer Month. Maybe just give us a whole perspective in terms of your thoughts and your involvement in this amazing organization, the Princess Nakedi Foundation. Tell us a little bit more about what October being Breast Cancer Month, what it's all about.
So we all, I think, have been affected and affected by cancer in all its shapes and forms, and none of us are exempt, including myself. So October is extremely important in raising awareness and education, because I think that cancer and the word and everything has become so synonymous in our daily lives that sometimes we kind of tune it out. But that makes why Princess Nakedi Foundation is so important, because Princess herself never lets us forget. And I think I'd like to start where this organization came from.
Yes, please.
So Princess Nongceba Nakedi started this organization. She herself is a breast cancer survivor, and she's a very close personal friend of mine. She's actually my older sister.
She's amazing.
She's incredible. She's incredible.
Her energy,
right?
Man. Yeah.
So in terms of our love life with the family, it actually stemmed from Princess befriending my mother, and then Princess's younger sister befriending my late sister.
Oh, wow.
So we've always been a family.
Yeah.
So when she fell ill, she didn't tell a lot of people. I only found out from my mother after the fact. I don't know if it was on purpose. They didn't want us to be worried.
Sure.
But I only found out after the fact as she was going through treatment. So as she was going through treatment, then she became so aware that she's got such incredible support around her. She's got this amazing family around her. And there's so many women that she was meeting in the wards and the hospitals who didn't have. And also she always says herself, she was privileged enough to also go to a private hospital.
Yes.
So she's very much aware of what public hospitals cannot give in terms of treatment, the same treatment that she got. So even as she was recovering, as she was going treatment, she began this WIG initiative drive, right, to give women or restore women some form of dignity, honor, being a queen, you know. I don't know if men are aware, but as women, our hair is pretty much our crown.
That's so
you know,
true.
we really take pride in it,
Yeah.
and it affects everything about us.
So it's just on that, my daughter said to me, Daddy, you don't have hair, so please do not have the hair conversations with us, because you don't know what it means to us. Why we take so long to get our hair, you know, because it's a crown. You got to put it in properly. So
it is.
Yeah, so they gave me that sort of perspective.
You know, and I think it's even more than that, but as women, even when you're a young girl, the time that you spend with your mother is doing hair. Hair is part of our routine, it's part of our lives, it's part of how we show care, love, concern.
And bonding as well too, because of the touch of the head, the crown.
Right?
Yeah, it's a bonding.
So Princess always says that she was dealing with her treatment and everything pretty well from a emotional and mental space until she lost her hair. Right?
Yeah.
And then she says that's when it hit her.
Sure.
You know, and that's when it really felt real. You
that
know,
it's happening.
You know, that it's happening.
Sure.
So as a result, then when she started this initiative of the WIG drive, and mostly through her family, and from there they had this, and it was wildly successful, and everyone contributed, and she realized there's still so much to do, and she wants to be part of that.
Yeah.
And then this is where the Princess Nakedi Foundation was born.
Yeah.
She was doing things of her own volition, with her family's support, like a one-woman show. You know, she's just incredible.
I mean, when I met you guys at that event and I saw the family unit, and I was like, what kind of family is this? Hey, man, families that is so united. Chief, you don't get a lot of them like this, you know? And it was beautiful to witness. So I've got a little voice note here I want us to play, just to give a little bit of perspective to those who don't know, you know, the Princess Nakedi Foundation. Please take a listen to this.
Today is such an emotional day for me. So we're having a simulated boarding. This is for cancer patients and survivors. So you know how we cancer patients always have bucket lists. And some of the women who are here today have never seen the inside of a plane. So when I was planning this, I thought of that woman who's having her treatment at Bara and who doesn't have the means to go on a flight. And I thought I am going to give them the experience today. So today is all about that. It's about serving the queens that are here today. Today is about spoiling them. Today is about journeying for inspiration and awareness, because we don't stop, you know, doing awareness campaigns for cancer, telling people that cancer is not a death sentence, telling people that just because you have cancer does not mean that you must stop dreaming, you know. So, and I think the plane is the greatest idea actually to do that, because you know, when you're in a plane, there's turbulence. So does life. Life has turbulence. Life has all these things that you experience when you're in the inside of a plane, on board, you know, so you have your ups and downs. So today is just that. It's just going to be an awesome, awesome day for the ladies.
Wow, man. So that is a promotional video that really tells a story about the Princess Nakedi Foundation. So tell us a little bit about some of these activities that you guys do.
Yes, so I'll tell you the ones that I've been a part of, because I know there have been so many that she has done literally by herself.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the ones that I've been a part of. So the one that we're listening to in terms of the voice note was incredibly special.
Yeah.
So Princess Nakedi, I'm going to start calling it PNF. So PNF collaborated with the SAA Museum to just make the woman's dream comes true.
Yeah.
And I went there to just, she invited us and I went to see and everything, and then we started helping. And I was so impacted at the excitement level of the women who came to that event, because it was a whole experience, from giving them boarding passes to getting them checked in.
Yeah.
And there was staff in air hostess uniforms. It felt legit from beginning to end. They boarded the plane. They were given safety regulations by the air hostesses. Then a pilot came out. It was really incredibly special.
Yeah.
So, and when you look at life through some of these warriors' eyes, you realize how much you still have to offer.
Yeah.
And how much you can still do, because you see women who are fighting every day to just be physically okay. You know, never mind emotionally and mentally, that we're all fighting for, but they're literally fighting for their lives. And then they come to this simulation, and for a few hours they don't have to consider that. You know, so it was really powerful to give them that experience.
Yeah. That's incredible, man. All right, so there's another clip I want us to play. This is Claire Mawisa, and of course, all right, no, maybe before that. So this year, you guys are doing it again.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So we're not doing the simulation We're not doing the simulation again this year. However, last year was the first inaugural Princess Nakedi Ball. So that was the first time that warriors and everyone were invited, and it's the flagship event to raise funds for the rest of the initiatives for the year. But also it's an event that's meant to make these women who are still recovering and who are going through treatment and who will have come even on the other side of it, the warriors, to just give them a few hours of feeling beautiful, feeling glamorous. So last year, Princess did it by herself once again with assistance from different sponsorships, but she was still doing it almost alone. So then this year I always say that I'm a self-imposed committee member.
Okay.
I told her last year, the first ball,
Wait,
that
you were not appointed?
I was not appointed.
Oh, no.
I mean, am I not the perfect African leader, guys?
You are a gangster,
Thank
girl.
you.
Come on.
Last year I
A
just said
typical
to her,
comrade.
Oh, comrade.
don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. You know?
Yeah.
So I just said to her last year, because I was touched.
Yeah.
You know, I was touched because she did so much, you know, and I just said to her last year that next year,
Yeah.
I'm coming on board,
We are
you know.
in, yeah.
So she formed this beautiful committee of people
Yes.
who are as passionate, who are as dedicated as she is.
Yeah.
And we all just want to be able to gift.
Yeah.
Because it's a gift.
Absolutely.
To gift some of the warriors that are going through cancer and through cancer treatment and through living with cancer.
Yeah.
A few hours of just forgetting everything and being the queens and women of resilience that they are.
Yeah.
So so this year is the second annual ball.
Yeah.
We're partnering again with the SAA Museum for this one.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be everything.
Breathtaking.
It's going to be everything because do you know why it's going to be everything? Because
Please tell us.
there's going to be great aesthetics, right?
Yes.
However, the reason that is going to be everything is because every single person who is involved in this event, who has touched this event, is coming from such a generosity of spirit.
Yeah.
So there's no way that this will be anything less than amazing.
Yeah.
But however, on the day,
Yeah.
you're going to see the most incredible, beautiful woman
Absolutely.
in ball gowns and tiaras.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
that
gonna be
day, I'm not
nice.
even sure that you guys can talk to us. I don't even know how you'll approach us.
We are just ice boys on the
Gonna
day.
carry the
We're here to
bags.
make you
Yo,
feel
open the
good.
doors.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you guys have come on board.
Yes.
Which we're so excited about.
Right?
Do you want to say how you're coming on board?
Yes, please tell us.
No, you should tell me.
Oh, God damn.
Yes,
Okay, cool. So we are proud to announce to everybody that's watching and listening at the moment as Bogart Radio, because this initiative is such an important initiative. And it's important for us as a gentleman's club, since we've launched, to also make our voices heard as men. Because we've actually, when we came to you guys, had just launched a gentleman's club.
Yeah.
And it's a club for men to have a safe space for us to talk, because as men we don't talk. And when we go through issues, we don't talk to our friends and our partners, and we bottle things in, and we are responding to issues that eats us in, and by being violent to women and children. So when we heard about you guys, when we met you guys, we were like, this is a perfect platform to be part of, an organization that deals with issues, because we also have partners, you know.
Yes.
And when Oath Princess was talking there, she was like, guys, you must touch your woman's boobs.
Yes,
You must feel them. You must feel the lumps. And I was like, God damn, okay. And then I'm thinking, I've got 2 daughters, you know, and there's a lot of women in my space that I need to be concerned about, that breast cancer can affect them. So
Yes.
I need to be knowledgeable about it, so that if it does happen in my home, how do I help them? How do I treat them? How do I support them? So that meant a
Or
lot.
even before it happens.
Before it
that you can
happens.
have conversations with their
Yeah.
daughters about awareness, about
Yeah.
how to check.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
you know where to take them to get information, right?
Absolutely.
Because we don't want to wait for when.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
don't want
Yeah.
the win.
Yeah.
You know, we
Prevent.
want prevention, you know. So,
Absolutely.
and that comes with awareness and education. So I'm so happy that
Yeah.
you guys are partnering up.
Yeah, so we then said, okay, cool, we're going to jump on board. We don't have much, but we are going to, you know, partner with you. And as you say, it's a part of us being generous and also giving back. So we spoke to a couple of our partners, and we then said, because those princess was saying, we are doing it at the aeroplanes and all of that. And I'm like, we can actually bring you some interesting exotic cars and fancy cars. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah. She was like, what? I was like, yeah. And then our conversation just grew from there. And we said, okay, cool. We'll do a whole plan around it. So on the 25th, we going to start a breakfast run. Right now, I think Ronnie and I probably have organized just about 40 cars or so. We're trying to tone down to at least 30 cars. So
Is that all?
Like, because we were like, we want to manage.
Okay.
We want to manage. Because we're actually talking about the rules of engagement. So we're getting guys with McLarens, Porsches, Lamborghinis, and we're doing a breakfast run. So when we met with one of our partners, shout out to Grandeur Motors, they said to us that they are going to help us manage the breakfast run. Because they've done it before a couple of times.
Yeah.
So the breakfast run, you basically get these guys with these powerful machines. They meet, have tea and coffee, get on the road. Some of them are a bit crazy because they've got so much horsepower in between their legs. So they want to fly faster than others. So now you got to tell these egotistical guys to say, slow down. It's not a race. You got to keep on a queue, you know. So they were actually telling us to say, how do we make sure that it's safe?
Yeah.
You don't get a guy with an M5 wanting to take on a McLaren, for example. Because the McLaren is in front of him, now he wants to show off and then he wants to get off and go in front of people. So all of that stuff, all those logistics, shout out to Grandeur Motors. They said they're going to help us put it together. We've also got Springs Mall, who also jumped on board and said, guys, we can host the breakfast. So shout out to
Nice.
Springs Mall for hosting us, and they're going to make sure that all our drivers get breakfast. We stop at the mall, we create the fun fair at the mall, and then from there get back on the highway and then get to Germiston, where we're going to find you ladies
At
dressed
the
in
SA
beautiful.
Museum, exactly.
Yes,
And then we're going to also have surprise acts. I'm not going to announce anything now because you
Okay.
must come,
Yeah,
you know. There's going
absolutely.
to be fashion show.
Yes.
There's going to be our certain sponsors having little stalls there. It's just going to be a day of celebration.
Absolutely.
You know, and what we are looking for is really even more support.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
come on board. You know, buy a ticket, sponsor a table,
True.
make someone's day. you know.
Absolutely.
It doesn't take
Yeah.
much.
Doesn't take much, man. So we're going to take a quick break. We want to give King an opportunity. Are you also ready with your segment? Make it 2 minutes if you can, Jen, so that we can run with our conversation with Lindiwe here. King, you ready with Truth Be Told?
Yes,
You
truth
ready?
be said. Yes.
Truth Be Said. So,
Let's go.
okay. 1, 2, 3. You ready?
Yeah, boy, what it do, man? Hey, this is King Bruce. You are tapped in with Truth Be Said, Business and Tech Edition, where we break down business game, tech breakthroughs, and legacy moves. No matter if you're from Third Ward or Soweto Yards, we got you covered. Did you know, on the business side, Chinese automaker Chery is making serious moves in South Africa. They're exploring plant sharing deals, joint ventures, and even the possibility of building their own full-on local plant. To start, they might use CKD assembly, where parts are shipped in and assembled here. The big picture, local production means more jobs, stronger supply chains, and a shot at building a real homegrown auto ecosystem. Meanwhile, in the tech world, Cape Town startup Loop just bagged top honors in Africa Tech Week. Their innovation, a WhatsApp-based payment system, just like how we had our guests earlier, a WhatsApp-based payment system designed for minibus taxis. Think about it. They're helping commuters and drivers move money digitally in a sector that runs millions of daily trips, but still mostly in cash. This is digital inclusion at a street level, connecting the informal economy to the fintech future. So what's the takeaway? Whether it's global automakers betting on South Africa's future or homegrown startups transforming how everyday people pay for their rides, the story stays the same. Innovation builds legacy. For more stories like this, please subscribe to SA Debunked on any of your favorite social media platforms. And catch me here on the Gentlemen's Club every Saturday. From the boardroom to the Kasi, stay sharp, because what you build today becomes tomorrow's legacy. This is Truth Be Said, where we break it down so you can build it up.
Shout out, my brother. Thank you very much for that update. And of course, right now, I want us to take a listen to a clip. And then when we come back, my brother Ronaldo, you ready on your side? Just to give us a little bit of what's happening in terms of fashion and entertainment news. All right, so please take a listen to this. This is the Princess. I like the PNF.
Yeah, I also like the feel.
Right?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Let's make it a thing.
Let's make it a thing. All right, let's take a listen to this voice note. And of course, we are so excited to be part of this initiative, man.
Have you or has anyone you know been affected by cancer? If so, I'd like to extend a very special invite to you to join me at the annual Princess Nakedi Foundation Ball happening on the 25th of October. You heard me right, friends. I said ball, as in ball gowns, black tie. You catch the vibe? The Princess Nakedi Foundation is an incredible organization that is trying to provide support to those who are battling breast cancer and to those people who have survived breast cancer. All you need to do is get dressed up, show up, come through to the ball and have a great time, because the intention on the 25th of October is to celebrate life, is to celebrate triumph over adversity, to share our stories and to gain strength from one another. And you will know that when somebody is battling cancer, they need all the support that they can get. Come through and support this incredible foundation in the work that they are doing. And we are having a good time with a purpose. That's the annual Princess Nakedi Foundation Ball happening on the 25th of October. It's a daytime event, so come through with your friends and your family. And all you need to do is get yourself to the SAA Museum at the Rand Airport, and I will see you there.
Shout out, man. Thank you very much, Osa Claire Mawisa. My brother, you ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Quick update, fashion and entertainment news with me, Ronaldo Cortez. What's hot in fashion and entertainment? Today's focus is on Style Watch, Tailored Rebellion. The modern gentleman mixes structured tailoring with unexpected edge. Navy blazers with graphic tees, Chelsea boots with relaxed trousers, statement watches making their comeback. AMI Paris and the road-proof sophistication doesn't mean safe. Must have oversized cashmere overshirts that work everywhere, almost like the baggy suit collection. Entertainment Pulse, streaming limited series becoming the creative playground for an A-list talent seeking film quality episodic depth. Music, vinyl collecting is mainstream now. We're going back to the old school. Spinning the disc, baby.
Spinning the vinyls.
First pressings command serious money. Listening lounges appear in major cities. Now, if you don't know what a listening lounge is, that's a close, like, living room environment where people come in and they get the real-life experience.
More like a tiny desk.
Tiny desk all day long.
Tiny desk concert.
Festivals, intimate 500-person gatherings replace massive crowds, and actual artist interaction included. So this is literally going back to the 70s and the 80s and the early 90s. We got so far away from the intimate environment where we lost touch. We can be very high tech, but if we lose high touch, then it's going to be a cataclysmic event. And we can never become so technologically advanced that we actually lose real human interaction. Celebrity style and quiet luxury. Zero logos, maximum quality, Laura Piano cashmere, Seville rose suits, Italian leather goods. The statement is craftsmanship, not branding. No, don't show. And upcoming releases, pre-fall collections dropping now. And for this side, pre-summer collections. Secure key pieces early. Award-winning seasons bring sophisticated dramas, smart fabrics, infiltrate high fashion. Your coat now regulates temperature while looking sharp. Now that is interesting. Clothes that regulate temperature. Now we call that take it off.
Okay.
Anyway, let me get back to the investment pieces here. Briefcases, structured leather, Val Extra, Meteor, Beats backpacks, tech-friendly with timeless designs. Fragrances now, niche houses, Barredo, Le Lababo, Frederick, Mali over mass market. And watches, mechanical for formal, smartwatch for daily, both have purpose. The essentials, perfectly fitted suit, quality leather shoes, rotate them now. Don't try to wear them all at the same pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta change up the game.
Yeah.
And then Egyptian cotton, white shirts, signature scent, which is very subtle, cool breeze in a hot summer day. And then cultural literacy. Style is personal, taste it is universal, and confidence is everywhere. And I will say this, stay sharp, stay curious. With Ronaldo Cortez. Thank you.
Shout out, my brothers. Thank you very much for that update. And Ricky Brown joins us. How you doing, homie?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Good, man. You're looking
Good,
like
man.
a superstar over there, man. Come on, man.
Big shout out to Bogart, man.
Big shout out to Bogart.
I don't know what this edition is called, but I like the jacket.
I love that
just
jacket,
saw
man.
it.
Love that jacket.
Actually,
Yeah.
everybody's dressed super amazing, man. I like
You
that
got
yellow
those.
shirt you got on. I like that shirt.
I think I'm the only
Oh,
one
yeah.
not Bogart is.
Yeah, shout out to Bogart for dressing us up, man.
You know.
Come on, man.
I feel
Yeah,
like
man.
it now later, like a starburst. You know, I'm popping out with the bright yellow on a
Icy
cool,
summer.
breezy day, cloudy, overcast.
I'm like,
Doberman's yelping on the road.
beautiful, man. Good to see you, Holmes.
Likewise.
Sure.
I actually wanted to give you a shout out for actually coming in today, because the initiative that that you guys are organizing, I relate to it. I'll tell you a story. My mother passed away in 2016, 9/11, because of breast cancer.
Sorry.
So I know how it feels to go through that trauma for me and my siblings, because my little brother is still struggling with overcoming that. I had a call with him actually this morning in that regard. I was just explaining that you coming in as one of our guests, and yeah. So it takes a lot of strength from within for a person to actually, I think, step up and actually share their story in order for people to relate, in order to, share insight on how to deal with such encounters.
Thank you. And that we're not alone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We don't
A
have
sense
to,
of belonging,
a sense,
a
and we
community.
don't have to go through it alone. you
Yeah.
know? And I think that we come from a very strong culture of not speaking of pain.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
about we keep it moving. We have bigger problems, you know. So we come from a culture of pain and hurt is considered weakness.
Yeah.
And we have to change that narrative because there's so much strength in vulnerability.
Of course.
That's how we heal, and that's how we heal each other. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that your brother's going through, and yourself, because
Nah, it's all
our
good.
life.
I mean, such is life.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is just take it one day at a time and move on,
Exactly.
and
right.
also share stories and insights. I'm actually looking forward to the event on the 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, just besides it being fun,
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a day of celebration,
Yes.
of therapy,
Yes.
of
Yeah.
recuperation,
Yes.
of hallelujah moments.
Yes.
It's going to, guys, it's a movement. It's
Yeah.
a
Of
moment
course.
in time.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't miss it,
Yeah.
Because as I mentioned earlier, the only way as South Africans, I really believe that we can get through our lives
Yeah.
is us helping each other.
Of course.
I grew up hating Ubuntu because it was appropriated.
Yeah.
And it sounded terrible
Yeah.
coming from the appropriated.
Yeah.
And it lessened the meaning of it. But we come from a very healthy culture of
Yes.
knowing who our neighbors are,
Of course.
of being able to help.
Yes.
And 100% we've now moved to the side. I don't know my neighbors, I'll be the first to admit. However, I remember how it felt knowing that we're watching out for each other. And if we
Yes.
can't physically do it from where from whence we come from, let's do it in a different way.
Of course.
Let's support each other's initiatives. Let's support each other's businesses. Let's support each other because no one else is coming to save us.
True.
So we have to band together, and that's really. I've just stopped looking at external factors like government or leaders and everything, because we're all leaders within ourselves.
Yeah.
We just have to step up.
And also the sense of giving back. That's
100%.
that's actually a great thing, and especially with somebody of your stature, because you're an author, right? So collaborating with other figures in what you do, it gives it a sense of evolution in order to impact people the way it's supposed to.
What do you
That's
mean?
big.
Oh, you mean like in terms of just collaboration. With
Yeah,
each other.
collaboration is always key.
100%.
Always. That's how we all win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It's important. It's important. We cannot, otherwise we won't survive. We're gonna
Yeah.
turn on each. We already have. We're turning on each other.
I wish we had enough time because there's a lot to unpack,
I know.
And I also realized that our families must have crossed paths at some point, but that's a story for another day. That we'll talk about off air.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me if when we're off air.
One question. How was it growing up, knowing that your father had such a huge impact in the country as a kid? Because I know how it feels being from a prominent family and having to deal with societal pressure. Na ke ngwana mama. You know those statements,
I know those
right?
statements.
So it creates some sort of a societal pressure. Others are treating you in a certain way versus just being looked at as a human being. How was that for you?
It's very difficult because you learn to be guarded.
Yeah.
You learn to not trust.
Yes.
It's a very unhealthy way to live.
It is.
Because you wonder about people's, are they being
Motives.
genuine? Correct.
Yeah.
But to be very honest, I always laugh to my mom and say,
Yeah.
I can't give them. And then I'm struggling while, I'm trying to make a living.
Yeah.
There are no financial perks to being a honey. So I think from that perspective, I've managed to keep unnecessary people away. But from a personal perspective, what it did to me was it taught me to cower. It taught me to hide, make myself smaller. So it was difficult. It was as I'm almost mid-age. Oh, guys, it makes me so sad. But I'm approaching my midlife crisis.
Yeah.
I'm really.
Don't go there.
Don't
Should I now
say that.
Is it
Twara.
Don't do it.
Okay, I never said it.
Yeah.
But I promise you, all those things that I struggled from, I'm healing from them very much in the last 10 years.
Yes.
I'm shedding that skin of trying to make myself small,
Yeah.
or trying to hide because I didn't want to be recognized.
Oh,
And
yes.
those expectations, oh my God, you're Chris Honey's daughter. What do you do? And then it's like, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
It's like, it gives me anxiety. It gives me anxiety. So I had to just tell myself that I am never going to be Chris Honey. I never want to be Chris Honey, but I can be the best Lindiwe Hani that I can be.
That's the only way.
And just make myself proud, because living my life trying to make others proud, my father proud, gosh, it's a dead end. It's a road to disaster, and it's was very, very, you can never make other people happy. So once I focused on myself, it got a lot easier.
Absolutely. Let's say if you want to make people happy, you must sell ice cream.
I'm lactose, man.
Yeah, me too.
The ice lollies.
All right, so let's wrap this conversation up. We're going to give you guys a chance, about a minute or so, to say your say in terms of you being a man, how you're impacted by cancer, and just your feeling and how and why you are part of this and why you want to be part of this. So let's start with you, man. You got about a minute, man. Say your name and then, do your thing.
Ricky, last name Brown, recording artist. For me, it's simple, man. Like, I relate to the story. My mother passed away because of cancer. And for me, being part of this initiative, it's basically me giving back to her and honoring her soul. And also getting to support the queens over here in a sense of being there and also driving the initiative. It's got nothing to do with me and extending my brand image as a recording artist in terms of PR. No, I'm doing it because I want to do it. I've been giving back for the past 2 years with another foundation, which is a family foundation. So,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that's what it is.
Thank you.
Shout out, man. Ronaldo?
So I am Ronaldo Cortez Rip Gates, aka Ronaldo Cortez. I'm a son. I'm a father. I have daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer has impacted me on so many levels around my life journey of the years I've been on the soil. My late sister-in-law, Spongile Sukulu, she suffered defeat to cancer. She was the first black Miss South Africa. My close friend, even now, just past Friday, had major surgery to combat breast cancer. And this sickness can affect any of us. None of us are unique to what this is. But the beauty and resilience that I've learned every day, seeing everything that all of you have endured through your circumstances, my circumstances, and other people we haven't met yet. It is important to commune together, you know, and we're all going to leave this world. Listen, none of us are getting out of here on two legs and standing upright. We're going to leave.
Yeah.
But while we're here, we must live with power and love and strive to push that forward. And this is what this initiative is for me. It's giving hope where there is none.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah.
Your last parting words, also your message, your video. This is going to be combined video, man, of just our views on this topic.
Yeah. I mean, as I mentioned, I got involved with the Princess Nakedi Foundation, PNF, from a personal perspective. As even the gentlemen have said, it touches all of us. And I decided to become part of the committee because I want to live a life of service. I thrive best when I'm in service, you know. So cancer is not a death sentence, and it shouldn't always have to be. So Princess Nakedi is so insistent on spreading the word of awareness, of workshops, of education. So any support, you know, whether it's even physical or emotional, is so appreciated, because we just want to band together and just uplift our communities.
Yes.
So that's why it's so important to come to this ball on the 25th of October, buy a seat, come have a wonderful time with us, and for a minute, let's just forget all our problems, because it's not only cancer survivors that have issues or problems that they want to escape from.
Yeah.
Let's all, on the 25th of October, escape for a few hours and heal.
Absolutely. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so my last message as a gentleman's club, I would like to take this moment to appreciate Bogart Radio, Ronnie, for jumping on board, for allowing Bogart Man, for the support, Grandeur Motors, as well as Springs Mall. I remember when we spoke to the guys, they jumped on board as quickly as possible because cancer affects all of us.
Yes.
As a father, as a partner, as a child, as a son, I'm also affected by it. My mother also had cancer, but she had cancer of the esophagus. So I know how difficult it was. Almost 4 years of just going to the hospital, public hospital. So I know the pain of, understand the pain of seeing somebody becoming a former of themselves, you know, losing their identity, losing weight, being eaten by this thing. But I think how she survived was she found a reason to live. She loves my children, you know. They gave her a reason to live. She fought. I'm amazed by that woman's strength. And I think I'm just amazed by how strong women are.
Yes.
We as men may look physically strong, but we are nowhere as strong as women are.
No, we're not.
And I really appreciate what a lot of women are going through. They are carrying our homes. Without a woman, there's no village, there's no home. And we need to be, you know, the protectors. We need to be the providers as men and the support structure to our women. And this is why we as a gentleman, we encourage other men to be part of this thing. And that's why we are inviting all the men from all walks of life to say, bring your toys for a moment. Let's go play with your toys and let's go hang out with other children and let's make them happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's use your toy to make other children happy. Can you imagine?
How do you say happy?
I remember just lastly, like when we were growing up, and we had a guy who had a soccer ball, and he couldn't play soccer. But then we couldn't play him because he can't play. So we put him on the bench. If he doesn't play, he gets upset, he takes his ball and he goes home. So we are asking all the other guys with the nice toys, don't go home. You know, it's not about you, it's about your toys uplifting other people. So, and that's what we're going to be doing on the 25th of October. So I'm excited. It's going to be happening at the SAA Museum. It's going to be fire. We're also going to be at the Springs Mall. And please do join us at the starting point when we meet at Linksfield Petrol Station. Do come with your machine, man.
Astron petrol station.
Astron Petrol Station. If you don't have a machine, don't feel bad. Just come alone as you are and enjoy them. Other people's toys.
OPTs.
OPT.
Oh, man.
Toys.
Yeah. There we go. Lady and gentlemen, thank you so much for being such a beautiful rose among the thorns here.
Thank you so much. And as PNF guys, we are so grateful. We are so grateful that you're jumping on board, not only as Bogart, but just as men who are supporting us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Shout out
it.
to you, man.
Yeah. So next week we're going to be back. And of course, we look forward to chatting to a gentleman who has also been a survivor, who is a survivor of breast cancer. And I think we're going to talk about, from a man's perspective, dealing with breast cancer. Because, you know, I heard today some guys did not even know that men can get breast cancer. So, yeah, we'll talk to him next week. So this is how we sign out at the Gentleman's Club. We appreciate you.